Hello, it is now 7 p.m. I am Delina Johnson,
And I am Denai Strong.
and a warm welcome to South Florida. Welcome you, all of you, to the 79th edition of Community Conversations.
As Delina said, this is our 79th show, which means for the past 19 months, yes, 1 year and 7 months, we have been coming into your homes every Friday night, and we have not missed one Friday. This is all possible thanks to the support of our sponsors, whom you will hear more about later in the show. We have another memorable show planned for you tonight, so go ahead and call or text someone and tell them to tune in. Or if you have not done so yet, go ahead and throw that popcorn into the microwave and set it. We will get back to that portion. It is so nice to have you back in the big chair tonight, Delina. Let me also welcome Adriana Livingston to the team this week. You will hear from Adriana later in the show.
It's great to be back. Here at Community Conversations, we take full advantage of remote technology to bring our young kings and queens together with members of the community, leaders, and their peers across the world. As you will see tonight, this 1 hour forum deepens connections and it provides discussions on a range of topics, including social, emotional issues, race and inequality, improving relations with law enforcement, post secondary education, careers, and health and wellness, as well as politics.
Let me also thanks to all the adults, parents, grandparents, educators, and responsible community servants who every Friday night hang out with us to share ideas and instill and value in us. The leaders of tomorrow. We hear from you in the streets. We get back to your texts and emails and we value your feedback. You are indeed making a contribution to your community and as our mentors. And for that, we say thank you.
Hello, students. Are you and your family permanent residents and wish to apply to be American citizens? The Florida Justice for Our Neighbors, a nonprofit ministry of the United Methodist Church, is offering the final 2 free virtual sessions this month to assist you. The session is in both English and Spanish and will be held on September 18th. Immigration lawyers and other professionals will help you prepare citizenship applications. To download your study guide and for more information, see information on your screen or call 305 445 9136. Again, that is 305 445 9136.
Hello, students. Do you consider yourself a mature and responsible leader? KOP is offering you an opportunity to sharpen your leadership skills at a 2 day leadership seminar in Orlando on Friday and Saturday, October 1st and 2nd. You will learn how to become social change leaders in your communities. This seminar is similar to one presented at the Derry Beach Library 2 years ago. Transportations, room, and meals will be provided. To register for your information, call 561 665 0151.
If you are an elementary or middle school student in Palm Beach County, you have an opportunity to earn $2,500 by naming the local American Military Hero Dog Monument. The statue is located outside of Louis Pope Pet Clinic on the grounds of the Tri-County Animal Rescue near Boca Raton. The monument is a tribute to the brave canines who have served in the armed forces as far back as the Civil War. You'll be asked to create a piece of art or a 30 to 60-second video stating your suggested name for the dog and why the name is relevant. 2 winners will be chosen, one elementary school student and one middle school student. Each winner will receive $2,500 and their school will also receive $2,500. For more information, call 561 665 0151. Again, that is 561 665 0151.
This segment is brought to you by Stewart and Shelby Development, which has been providing quality construction services for private clients, businesses, and various nonprofit agencies throughout Palm Beach County since 2016. The partners have more than 75 years experience combined in the construction industry and have been a major contributor to the development and contracting industry in South Florida for 30 years. As usual, we'll leave off this segment with the small fries doing their affirmation.
Hello, friends. Thank you so much for your donations of musical instruments. Several students are benefiting from them, but we still need a few more pieces. Will you please look around your house for any musical instruments that are not being used and donate it to a worthy cause? There's a child in the elementary school who can really benefit from it. It does not matter the condition. Remember, what is one man's junk can be a treasure to a child who has an interest in the arts. Call or text 561 665 0151 and we will pick it up.
Attention, high school seniors. If you consider yourself to be a high school achiever and desire to attend college or university, listen up. KLP Minority Network is seeking 12 of the brightest students to nominate for U.S. Presidential Scholars Program. Selected candidates will receive full 4-year scholarships to the nation's top colleges throughout the Quest Bridge National College Match Program. The deadline has been pushed back to 5 p.m. Monday, September 20th. Call 561 665 0151 or email info@kopmn.org for more information.
Congratulations to Officer Chasen Lang, who completed his field training this week and is now ready for the road. He is looking forward to a lengthy career with the Delray Beach Police Department. Officer Lang is a proud product of Village Academy and KOP.
Students, do you have the desire to polish your communication skills? If so, Community Conversation is the place for you. You will learn how to record, document, and produce material suitable for radio and television from industry professionals. You will also learn breathing techniques and overcoming your fear of public speaking, all while having fun. We are the only youth run medium for kids, by kids, and about kids, at least in South Florida, and we have fun as we learn. Not to mention, community conversation is a powerful tool for telling and preserving the local stories about kids. Give us a call at 561 665 0151 or email info@klpmn.org to learn how you can be a part of the team.
Hello, students. Are you interested in learning about animal science, or in other words, how to care for a horse, how to maintain a stable, or how to about riding and grooming techniques? You can join us for a 4-hour session on Saturday, September 25th at a local horse stable. A few more scholarships are available, but you must contact us before the end of this weekend to receive one. Call 561 665 0151 for more information.
Community members all ages are invited to enjoy an afternoon of free entertainment and activities, artists, vendors, class demonstrations, performances, contests, and a chance to win big prizes and giveaways tomorrow afternoon in Boynton Beach, the Fall into the Arts. Open house will be from 12 noon to 4 p.m. at the city's Arts and Cultural Center, located at 125E Ocean Avenue in the downtown area. Foods and drinks will be on sale.
A warm welcome to our friends who are joining us on KLP Mentoring Networks or Boca Raton Tribune's Facebook pages or on YouTube. As usual, shout out to our friends of the Bahamas, Belize, Canada, Jamaica, Japan, St. Vincent, Tobago, the UK, and the US Virgin Islands. Please remember to share community conversations on your social media pages if you missed a show. You can find it on Boca Raton Tribune or KLP Mentoring Network's Facebook pages. Do us a favor and follow KLP Mentoring Network on Facebook, please.
Here at KLP, we believe that leadership training prepares youth to manage their time, work in a team setting, set goals, start conversations, calculate meetings, and make effective presentations, all of which are positive life skills that they will carry into adulthood. Please direct your attention to our friend Mr. John Maxwell for our Leadership Minute.
The word today is delight on Minute with Maxwell. Hi, my name is John. I love the word, and I'm a person of faith. And there's a scripture that says, delight yourself in the Lord, and he'll give you the desires of your heart. Now, when I was immature, I thought what that basically meant was that God was going to give me the desires of my heart. I didn't realize that the delight had been misplaced. The delight wasn't in what I was going to get. The delight was going to be that I delight myself in him. And then he would change my heart and give me his desires. I think when you delight in a person, think of a person that you're in love with. I think when you delight in a person, it changes your heart until all of a sudden what they love, you love, and what they want, you want. And it begins to change how you look at that person and the perspective that you have. I think when you delight in the person, you delight in being with them and delight doing things with them, and you just delight in who they are. It's a beautiful place to be in a relationship, to delight in someone. I do. I hope you have somebody in your relationship that you just delight in. Brings the best out of you, brings the best out of them. Delight is a word that, if appropriated, lifts both people.
Tonight's program is produced by Valine Joseph, a senior at Atlantic Community High School. As usual, the genius behind these photos you're seeing tonight is our illustrious cinematographer, Nilsansky Neil Noel, a proud product of KOP Mentoring Network and Village Academy. Our social media intern is Jasmine Collins, a junior at Florida State University. Check out our social media pages to see Jasmine's fine work. And now it is that time for Mr. John and Mr. Siron.
Well, we don't get any music, Neil.
That's what
I guess they just
straight in it.
Well, we have 7:50. Good Lord, 7:15, John. Neil, tell you what, bring back Delina and Denia, please. Where's Delina?
Looks like Delina.
I can't see. I guess
Delina cut her camera off.
Delina's a later for y'all.
Dina said, "Go to Mr. John and Mr. Siron," and then she just left.
She's out of here. That's all right, Delina. She's not feeling too well tonight, but she made the sacrifice to hang with us anyway, and want to say thank you for that. We appreciate that. And Delina, Denia, I know I've been hard on you the last couple of days, but I have watched the growth and progress and development in you. See you using your lights now. So how many ring lights do you have?
One.
Quit lying. You told me you had. I gave you one.
My dad said he can just take it back or give it away to somebody.
No, you better not give my light away. Asiana will need that light. So okay. So good. You're looking much better now. That's good. But you're doing a good job. Okay, Mr. Dwight's going to tell you more about that later, but I'm very proud of the work that you and Delina have been doing. Okay, just want to let you know that publicly. I know I'm always beating you guys up, but publicly I want to say you're doing a good job. Okay, thank you for that. And Mr. John, I'm sure I speak on his behalf as well.
Absolutely.
Someone just typed in, Denia has been a shining star. I don't know where she's been shining, but oh, is she still on? Oh yeah. Oh, Denia, you've been such a shining star, girl. Good job. All right, Neil, I'm hoping that we get some music. Is he with us tonight? We said the videos no
intro whatsoever.
John, no respect for. But anyway, Delina, Denia, good evening again. Thank you, and I'll see you guys after the show. Okay.
Okay, bye.
All right, take care, sweetheart. Brother John, what's going on, man? Since we won't be getting any music, I guess I don't think Neil's working. Probably Mike is on the control. That's all right either way. But so what's going on, man? So great to see you, man. I missed you last week.
Yeah, man, it was busy. First home game of the year. First home football game of the year.
Oh,
so,
okay. Yeah.
So yeah, man, just a lot going on.
But hold up now.
Celebrations.
You say you had a home football
programs.
game hold up. You say you had a home football game last week?
We did. We have one this weekend as well.
Okay. All right. Okay. That wasn't what I read, but that's all right. It said you guys were in Gainesville getting a lesson. So I don't know how you explain that.
The
That's all right.
weekend before last weekend, we were in Gainesville. So Gainesville. So this is our third game coming up, and so this is our second home.
Oh, so you got whooped 2 weekends ago.
Correct. We got whooped 2 weekends ago.
Oh, so you admitted it. Okay, good. And last
But we
week,
put a whooping on Georgia Southern this past weekend, though.
come on, Georgia Southern's a girls' school. What do you expect?
Anybody we expecting to put a whooping on Fordham tomorrow.
Jamel Stewart and his team from Atlantic High School, they could do a number on them too. So ain't nothing new about that. Anyway, so who we play tomorrow? Georgia Southern?
We play Fordham tomorrow. So we played Georgia Southern last weekend.
Okay.
Got the dub, and then we play Fordham tomorrow. Fordham University.
Yeah. Okay. What time is that game?
6 o'clock.
All right. Well, you know, bro, we have so much we could talk about tonight, but we want to hear about the ceremony involving Coach Howard Schnellenberger.
Yeah.
Got to talk about California Governor Newsom, who kept his seat after residents. I mean, residents spent more than $300 million of taxpayers' money to cancel him out of office. And we're definitely going to talk about my girl, Nicki Minaj. Yep. And who knows?
Wild times, for sure.
Yes, sir. And I'm just handed this here. Oh, yeah, thank you. We're going to talk about our beloved Supreme Court Justice, Clarence Thomas. All right. But having said all that, let's start with Saturday's celebration in Gainesville. How was that? How was that experience? Hold up. See, hold up. No. Now they're texting me, asking me, am I going to be honest and tell Mr. John what I said about him? What did I say about you? I think I said we missed Mr. John, if I recall. That's what I said. I missed him, but I had to do the show without you, brother. So it was great having you back this week. Leave it at that. You can always go back and watch the tape.
I'll say the event. So not this past Saturday. Saturday prior, we went to Gainesville. Didn't win that game, and so that was the Saturday prior. Last Saturday, of course, was the celebration for the founding father of FAU football, a man by the name of Howard Schnellenberger. It was Howard Schnellenberger Field, and so they actually have I don't know if you call them landscapers, but anyway, they've done a great job painting the field, honoring Howard. There's a statue of Howard right within the stadium, but right to the outside of the field. Done a beautiful job, when he came here. Renowned coach. He's coached at Oklahoma. He coached at Louisville. Yeah. He's coached at University of Miami.
No, not only coached at University of Miami, he made University of Miami what? No. He made University of Miami what it is or what it was.
Absolutely.
And he coached the Dolphins. He coached Dolphins as well.
Absolutely. And so very respected, renowned coach. He finished his career here at Florida Atlantic University, started the football program. And so it was nice. It was nice to be a part of the celebration. We had a reception for former players that same day. We also had the speakers. We had about 15 speakers lined up. It was the event took place at the stadium. Prior to we got to the fourth or fifth speaker, the the weather. So it was a lightning
Right.
warning. So we had to move it indoors.
Okay.
But all in all, it was an amazing celebration. I didn't start, working at FAU until 2019. So definitely after Howard left, but it was good hearing the stories. I've heard a lot just by working there. So it was good hearing, former players that he coached at the University of Miami, former players that he coached in the pros, some of FAU's players that really helped start the program on the Division I level. So an amazing night. His wife really enjoyed it, Beverly Schillerberger. And so that's what it was about. At the end of the day, as long as the wife enjoyed the celebration, because during that time, we really didn't get a chance to fully celebrate his life. So it was good to be able to do that. I do know the University of Miami and Louisville is also doing halftimes, commemorating him at halftime. So it was good to basically roll the red carpet out. Bernie Kosar, Dwight Stevenson. I think that's my cousin, by the way. But it was a good night, long night. But all in all, it was a successful event leading us to Georgia Southern that next day. So all in all, good event. Got a chance to meet a lot of people, and it was good to make connections and honor the great Howard Schillenberger. So that was I enjoyed it, man. It was nice.
That's good. That's good. Brother John, you my fraternity brother. I love you dearly, man. But people are messy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 people have texted me. Are you gonna tell Mr. John about the picture that you had of him? I didn't have a picture of you. Neil put a picture. I don't know. Well, look, man, let me just say, just watch the tape, okay? Because, okay, thank you, Miss W. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. These folks are messy. Folks are messy. Anyway, let's talk a little about, let's talk about in California. These people spent more than $300 million to cancel this guy, okay, to what they call a recall. Young people, listen.
Yeah.
They spent $300 million to do what's called a recall, to get him out of office. Now, Brother John, how does this work? If I don't like something that, let's say, my mayor does or one of my elected officials does, I can call an election just to fire them, or how does that work?
And so I looked that up. I saw what we were talking about, and so I do know, at least in California, for example, they have a recall petition that must be signed by enough registered voters to equal 12% of the turnout in the last election for governor. And so they don't have to. Whoever's organizing the petition don't actually have to give a reason. They just have to get enough people, to sign the petition in order to create the recall. And so the petition must include at least 1% of the last vote for the office in at least 5 counties. And proponents have 160 days to gather their signatures. And so it looks like the petitions met the threshold because it was over 1 million, almost 1.5 million valid signatures in this particular case. And so, and so that's kind of where we were. It was California, and that's something that's available in that state.
So what about Florida? If we want to get some publicity and we just want to stain the news and just, create chaos, we can go out and just say, hey, we want to have a recall. I don't like what this commissioner or the, governor or the mayor says. I'm going to have a recall. How does it work in Florida?
And that's what I'm looking at, talk about. So the Florida laws governing recall pertain to certain elected local officials. And so it's determined by the statute. Not all elected local officials are eligible for recall in Florida. And so, it is, and actually the Florida recall law does not pertain to elected state officials, such as the governor, nor elected federal officials, such as the state's congressional delegates. And so yeah,
Okay.
that's kind of where we are in the state of Florida. So it's not something where we would be able to just call a recall
Got
for
you.
the governor in Florida.
Got you. All right. That works for me. Now let's it's been all over the news the last couple of days. Your girl Nicki Minaj says she will not get vaccinated because her cousin's friend in Trinidad claimed that he received the vaccine and it had an adverse or maybe a reverse effect on him not being able to procreate. This is a family show, so we're gonna leave it at that. What's the story here, Doc? Help me.
Man, I yeah was surprised as everybody to see that tweet, and of course, Nicki Minaj has millions of followers, and so
Yeah.
whatever she does is gonna hit the news, and definitely something pertaining to COVID and the vaccine. So yeah, wild story, man, and it even elicited CNN. I
Yeah.
think CNN addressed it, Fox News addressed it, a bunch of news networks addressed it, and they, and at least some of no one has really confirmed that that was due to the COVID vaccine.
Someone says that the well, let me say that. Okay, that's an S, not because of a vaccine. Okay, all right, and the fact that she. Okay. Anyway, they say the president of the United States has addressed it now, and the senator in Trinidad has addressed it. The health department in Trinidad has addressed it. Well, hey, she has a large following, so she is news.
Oh, absolutely. And
So
I
what?
think anytime someone like that, especially if scientists, doctors, and everybody think that it's misinformation, you almost have to address it head on.
Right.
Because without addressing it head on, we're already in this point, where we're trying to educate the public and get people more comfortable with, taking the vaccine. So for something like that, to be tweeted out by a celebrity, definitely who has a huge following, could give people more cause to pause, as it relates to getting the vaccine. And so, yeah, everybody's addressed it. It's, no one is saying that's something that in their millions and millions of studies that they've seen as a result of the vaccine. And so it's been kind of, and as anything, we've made jokes about it so on social media. So it's been a little comical as well.
Well, someone just said, Brother
related to
John.
that.
Someone said she did it just because she wants to get more attention. I don't think she needs more attention. This woman has more attention than anybody else out there. But I think, put it bluntly, I think it was irresponsible on her part to do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's it. So
That's the biggest thing.
yeah, it was irresponsible on her part.
Just
So
irresponsible.
yeah, very much so. Our beloved Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas on Thursday warned against destroying our institution because they don't give us what we want when we want it. Do you know anything about that? What was he trying to say?
Well, I will say it looks like over these last couple of weeks, you've had, different Supreme Court justices, speak out about the Supreme Court and the judges on the Supreme Court not being partisan and is not
Right. Okay.
not being political. And so I think, as the longest seated justice, I believe he is.
He's the oldest on the court.
Yeah,
Not only the oldest,
the oldest on the court. He wanted to reiterate that that we, the court shouldn't be playing politics. And so, whether or not some of these cases, should make it to the Supreme Court, and then even if they do make it to the Supreme Court, whether or not just because of the president and which justice, depending on the political party, which justice that they put
Right.
forward, that's the way that the justice is automatically going to side as it relates to abortion, civil rights, or whatever the hot topic is. And so, yeah, I think he's just trying to reiterate, and it seems like they've been going on, I wouldn't call it an apology tour, but it seems like they're really out to try to discourage or, promote that they're about, law, and that they're looking at it through the lens of the law, and that they're not influenced by political parties, political sides, and their own personal beliefs. And so, it's kind of, it just makes it hard because they're still people too and not robots. And so evidently, I think that their opinions can be swayed by politics and their own personal beliefs. But unfortunately, those opinions and personal beliefs turn into law. And so I think it's just their way of, trying to make sure that they're going by the letter of the law and not really invoking their personal opinions or politics into the situation. Looks like we lost you, good brother.
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go.
Well, as you know, it's our time. But as always, I'm glad to be back. And yeah, glad to be back.
I really must say, good night, sweetheart. Good night.
John, I think it's a conspiracy, man. He didn't have our music at the beginning, and now you cut me off. That's all right, Neil. Just remember who signed your paycheck. All right, brother, man. Have a good one. John, before you go, I just want to introduce a star. Has been with us on KOP for many years. Adriana Livingston. We've been trying to get her on the show now for about 3-4 years. And finally, she has decided to join us. So, Adriana, just want to welcome you here. Bring her in, Neil.
Hi.
Well, hello. Blue hair. Actually, she has black hair tonight.
No, it's purple.
Purple hair tonight. Well, welcome.
Hi, everyone.
Good. Now, show us what you're all about, all right? I'm proud of you. Take care, Brother John.
You too, good brother.
All right. Where's Valine?
I'm right here.
Miss
Hey,
Valine.
everyone. Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing well.
Well, Valine, I want you to teach her everything you know, right?
Of course, I got her, Mr. C-Ron.
Got you. Feel good. All right, guys. Have a good show.
Thank you.
Take it out.
Thank you. Well, Isiana, I hope you enjoyed that talk with Mr. John and Mr. C-Ron. You know, he wasn't there last week. It was kind of like missing without him. But Mr. C-Ron held his own. I always love the topics they talk about. Will Mr. C-Ron ever really say what happened that day when Mr. John wasn't there? Who knows? Maybe I'll tell him. Find out next time on Community Conversations, guys. But for the past 7 months, we've been holding monthly rap sessions with the members of the Delray Beach Police Department. Yes, they have bars, ladies and gentlemen. In an effort to improve the relationship between the community and the police. Since then, we have learned the community partnership is by far the most successful crime reduction tool we have. But to develop a healthy relationship with all members of the community, police agency must first earn the trust of their communities. Tonight, we're scheduled to continue the dialogue, but we had some last-minute change of plans. We, however, will continue next month. And as for Mr. C-Ron, always instills in us, we should always have a backup plan or a contingency plan just in case things go left. Tonight, we have a very important guest with us, someone who knows a thing or two about being resilient. Sometime last year, she was on the show when she announced that she was writing a book for her journey along this path we call life. We are happy to have Miss Michi E. Murillo with us, a major announcement. Thank you so much for being here with us, Miss Michi. Hi.
Hi. No. Thank you for having me. So awesome. Adriana, how are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm doing great. So happy to be here with you, ladies.
So glad to see you here. Now, last time you were with us on Community Conversations, you were in the process of writing your book, Cell Dreamer. What's the latest process on that?
Well, Cell Dreamer is finally completed.
Nice.
So there it is. So Cell Dreamer is finally completed, and right now I'm in about 5 different states. And it's been such a journey. It's been a great journey at that, just because right now the states are seeing my book. I'm teaching the youth, I'm coaching them. I'm also coaching the staff so that the staff and the youth have a good congruency and unity, so that by the time they get the books in their hands and they complete the book, they're ready for society.
That's so good.
Now that we got a recap on your book, what was life like in the system as a juvenile? Can you give us a sneak peek on your early childhood with wrong?
Well, life as a teenager, it was tough. I made some really poor decisions. And that's the reason I love the fact that I'm sharing it here with you ladies, because I think it's important to just have my voice be heard. I made some pretty unhealthy decisions that got me locked up. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times. So it took me about 4 times to get it, right? However, while I was in there the last time, I told myself that I needed to do better. I needed to become better, do better, and have more. When you have, be, and do more, something happens to your spirit when you give yourself permission to do these things. And I thought it was really important for me to just not only make my mother proud, but also live out my purpose. And this is, again, my purpose, Cell Dreamer. So it was rough. Again, I've made some bad decisions with using drugs, skipping school, selling drugs. And I'm glad that not only did I wake up, but I really believe that now I am just paying it forward by serving those that and paving the way for those that are growing up now.
That is amazing to hear. I know they always say 4th time's a charm. Hey, and I'm glad to hear. I'm glad to hear that you persevered through it all, because it really is hard to like keep going and try to find the better part of yourself as a teenager, because you just always think negatively about yourself.
But I think it's also important that you have a healthy self-esteem as a youth.
Absolutely.
You know, growing up, I didn't have a healthy self-esteem. I didn't have a good self-esteem. I didn't even know what self-esteem meant, right? I didn't have confidence. And I find that a lot of teenagers nowadays don't have that confidence. And they look for that confidence on social media. They look at it, they look for it in other avenues that aren't good, you know, and they try to find pleasure to kind of mask away the pain. And that's where the drugs comes in. So that's the reason, like I said, when I created Cell Dreamer, it kind of addresses all these things so that they're able to look at their time as preparation and not as a punishment.
That's amazing to hear. Thank you for speaking on that. Social media really is toxic, and I'm glad you dropped this book to help kids like find themselves more. But at what point exactly did you start seeing the change in your life? Like, how did that come about?
I started seeing change in my life when I implemented everything that I learned. I've always been a self-educated woman to where I wanted to grow more. Like I said, have more, be more, do more. I think personal development is important. I have invested so much money in myself, but at that age, there's not a lot of money that I had. So I remember being locked up and writing a plan, a release action plan, and saying, okay, when I get out, these are the things I'm going to do. And I followed that plan to the T. I followed it. After following it, I made sure that I rewarded myself every milestone. You know, and even as an adult, I set goals. I think setting goals is really important. It's knowing who do you want to become. And I think knowing who you want to become and also knowing who you don't want to become is as equally important. Because yes, I want to become this person, but knowing who you don't want to become also makes you realize, well, wait a minute, these go against my values. So this isn't what I want to do. So I think having goals is extremely essential. for knowing where you want to go. And at that point, setting my goals and following it and implementing everything that I have learned, that's when I really saw change.
That's really good. Setting goals really is a big part of life. Without them, you don't know where you're going.
Exactly. And I think it's also important to give them a due date. You know, I know you teenagers don't have a lot of bills now, unless it's maybe a phone bill, but giving your goals a due date and saying, I'm going to accomplish it by this day is very important, because now it gets you into constantly taking action, progressive movement.
I actually do agree with you on the goal setting, because my parents are always on me on it about setting goals since I'm getting ready to graduate and going off to college. And I heard that you have been on The Critic and speaking and pushing your book for a few months now. What has been the response to this book?
Well, we've gotten a lot of great feedback. I actually had a youth who's incarcerated now tell me that he was oblivious to his behavior until he started writing and answering all the questions that are in Cell Dreamer. So we've gotten a lot of great responses. Staff actually tell us that they're now more aware of their behavior, and they actually stop fights instead of starting fights. So Cell Dreamer is one of those books that helps you look inward and helps you really tap into your higher self, right? There's a new you, there's a new level that we want to all reach, but again, it's doing the necessary work. So we've seen a lot of great feedback. Right now I'm traveling. Right now it's in about 5 different states, and we're growing. We're definitely growing. We just got a call from Alaska. So again, we're growing.
Oh, that's amazing. That's great to hear. Not Alaska. Well, for all the people in those different states and Alaska, what is your message to those young girls who are listening to you right now, who are where you were some years ago? They have given up hope and they may feel like all is lost. What do you have to say to them?
I would say follow your dreams, become resilient, write a letter to your future self.
Oh my gosh.
Okay?
Yeah.
Write a letter to your future self and just tell your future self, hey, listen, this is where I want to be, right? So if you write a letter to your future self and say, listen, future self, I would like to meet you one day. And these are the things that I will do to get there, okay? Not only to get there, but to also create this person, creating a new normal. All right. I think that most people, not only teenagers, adults as well, they're afraid to create a new normal. Okay. Being scared is common, but it's not normal. Okay. To constantly living in fear. So writing a letter to your future self and just reading it and seeing what it is that you desire and working towards that. And don't give up on your dreams. Cell Dreamer was just a thought. 4 years ago, Cell Dreamer was a thought. Now Cell Dreamer is in the hands of youth who are incarcerated, and not only are they transforming their lives, but it's a ripple effect because their mother is seeing the change within them.
I must add that the endorsement on the back cover is written by our own Mr. C. Ron. He refers to you as a spirit entrepreneur, a master of graphic design and artwork production. How are you balancing both gigs right now?
Well, right now I am designing for Cell Dreamer for my company. And I love designing. I am still a graphic designer, but I've been designing for about 23 years. So it comes naturally to me, and I think balance is key, is knowing when to say no, is being able to say, okay, well, prioritizing is important. So balancing is important, making sure that what's priority, making that first. So I'm balancing it pretty well, just because, again, making sure that you take care of the things that need to being taken care of first. That's always important.
So important. I definitely agree with that. But I bet everyone's begging to know, where can we find the book?
Well, you can find the book at www.celldreamer.com. And there's a link. What I'll do is are you guys able to send a link?
Yeah, I don't know. I have to check with our producer. I think so.
But it's like I said, it's www.celldreamer.com.
Okay, then that's great. Thank you so much. That's
Well, thank you so much for
www.celldreamer.com.
Celldreamer.com. And if you get it on the website, I will personalize a copy for you.
Oh, that's great. That's so cute.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
The book is Cell Dreamer, Freedom Starts Here by Miss Michi. Thank you so much, Miss Michi, for being with us tonight. We really enjoyed your conversation.
Thank you so much for having me. And I look forward to giving you an update in a few months.
Yes. Can't wait to hear from you until then. Have a
Thank
safe
you.
weekend.
Thank you. You as well.
Bye.
That will be due for this week's edition of Community Conversation. We hope that you learned something tonight and that will make a significant impact on your life. Young people, there is no greater investment you can make on a Friday night than being with the like-minded peers on Community Conversation.
Young people, are you considering a career in broadcasting journalism, or just want to have fun speaking with people like me and Asiana did with Miss Michi? Then our Community Conversation team has a spot for you. Community Conversation will prepare you for success in the broadcast industry. Learn from industry professionals in a live setting from the comfort of your own home. Master the technical skills required to control equipment, regulate audio and visual quality, and produce programs for radio or television. You can build a confidence as you build a portfolio to launch your dream career as a radio or television broadcasting technician. To learn more, call 561-665-0151. Again, that's 561-665-0151, or you can email info@kopmn.org.
Thank you to all our guests for enlightening us, to all our sponsors for keeping us going, and a big scenery shout out to the Boca Tribute for simulating us on Facebook and YouTube. As we wrap up tonight's session, we leave you with this message.
I'm getting vaccinated against COVID-19. Yes, there could be some mild, short-term side effects from the vaccine. That's not going to stop me, and I'll tell you why. Some people may have some pain in their arm where they get the shot, or tiredness, headache, or fever. These are no fun, but they go away for almost everyone in a day or two. These are normal signs that your body is building protection. It's totally worth it to avoid the serious problems COVID-19 disease can cause and to help get our lives back. Visit cdc.gov.
And remember, the news may not be covering the pandemic as often as it was a year ago, but this virus is still very much affecting people, especially children. Please continue to use your common sense, wash your hands for at least 30 seconds, and use sanitizers, practice social distancing, wear your mask, and above all, get vaccinated if you have not gotten yours. To find your nearest vaccination sites in your area, please visit vaccines.gov. But until then, have a safe and wonderful weekend, everyone. Bye.
Information. If it exists in writing, we print it. If it exists online, we update it. If it exists on mobile, we notify. If it exists in video, we show it. If it exists in audio, we play it. In the past, the news had to wait for a paper to print for it to happen. Today, news happens in real time. It's analyzed, edited, and published immediately by us, your neighbors, and of course, you. Wherever you are, you write, edit, give opinions, share photos, and make the news happen. This is why a paper needs to be on print, on screen, and on your phone. Wherever you are, your news has its pulse in the community. The Boca Raton Tribune. We are much more than just a newspaper. We are your closest neighbor.